Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Stick around because today we're going to make a cheapy meal for just 76 cents a serving. You don't want to miss this. Thanks for joining me today. This is awesome. Now, for my supper, and I'm actually making this for my supper, it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we are going to make a pasta entrees, shells, and white cheddar. Hope you can see that. White cheddar, pasta entree, shells, and white cheddar. Okay, this is what I picked up. I picked this up at Aldi. Okay, now I'm gonna follow the directions on the box. I have a can of tuna in water. This also came from Aldi. I will not be draining this tuna, by the way. And this was 69 cents. This boxed pasta entree cost 89 cents. What I have is a package of sweet garden peas. These also came from Aldi. These were 76 cents. And I have some broccoli florets, which also came from Aldi, and they were 89 cents for this package. I hope you can see because I'm competing with the sun shining in my window. Sunshine came softly. Okay, anyway. So, and I have some milk. So I'm going to make this according to the box directions, but I'm going to add the tuna, and I'm going to add, this time around, I'm going to add a cup of peas. The reason I brought out the broccoli is to show you that you could add another vegetable if you want. Personally, I think peas and tuna go together. If I were going to add chicken, for example, I would probably choose broccoli because I think that would be good. But there's no reason why you could not put any vegetable in that you want. Also, I noticed on the side of the box, it has stir-in ideas, which are, let me get over here. It says 1 to 2 cups of diced cooked chicken and ham, or a cup of diced sausage and red pepper. So, obviously, you can make this your very own for very little money. And I believe the recipe calls for 2/3 cup of milk. So, let me get my thing set up here for you, and then we're going to put this dish together. Okay, let's see what's in this box. I have taken my frozen peas, I've measured out a cup, and I rinsed them, and I'm just letting them thaw a little bit because I think that will make it easier when I add them to the dish. Let's see what's in this box. This is Reggiano brand, which is the Aldi brand. A lot of you are very familiar with Aldi, so you know these things. So we have a packet of shells, and we've got a packet of, it says white cheddar cheese seasoning on there. So those are the contents of the box of pasta. It also says that we need 2/3 cup of milk. I'm just kind of guess here. That looks good. 2/3 cup of milk. And 1 can of tuna. Now I should have done this ahead of time. I should have put my water in. It calls for 2 cups. of water that I have to bring to a boil. I'll just leave that like that right now. And I'm going to get my water started. Okay, the directions tell me that I need to, in a medium saucepan, I need to bring 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine to a boil. So I've got some butter here. That looks about right. And it tells me that I'm supposed to reduce the heat to medium once it comes to a boil, and then I'm supposed to slowly stir in the pasta. And then I'm supposed to boil it uncovered for 12 to 14 minutes, stirring frequently until most of the water should be absorbed. So this is there should be no draining with this recipe. All right, so I'm going to pour my pasta in. Oh wait, I don't think it's Italian. Silly Granny. Granny gets so silly sometimes. I have to entertain myself. So, what did it say? 11, 12 minutes. Stir occasionally. And then we will add our other ingredients. Awesome. Alright, this has been cooking for a few minutes. You can see that I think some of the water's cooked down and starting to cook up a little bit. Now I'm going to add my peas. Kind of make sure they're good and hot because they're fairly, thawed, but they're cold. So let's get them in there. And if you're using another frozen vegetable, I would suggest that you do the same thing, that you just add your vegetable in after rinsing it in really cold water to get that thawing process started. And I'm going to add some pepper. And I think I'm going to add some salt. Also, I'm keeping in mind, that the mix is probably salty as well. The cheddar cheese powder is probably salty. I will put the tuna with the water in it because there's some flavor in there. I'm going to put the tuna in there after I get the milk and the powder mixture mixed in. Now then, I just want to say that I'm not touting this meal as the highest nutritional, freshest, organic. I'm not doing any of that. I am just simply saying that if you're on a budget, number one, number two, if you want something quick, number three, if you want something inexpensive, number four, you want something hot, comforting, and something that even just as a single person, whether you're a young person or a senior citizen like myself, then you can get at least probably 3 meals out of this depending on your appetite. Okay? So you could have enough to eat for your supper, and then you can have enough to take to work the next day. Or make 2 meals out of it. Even 2 meals. It's fairly cheap, is what I'm thinking. So I can feel with my spoon that these are not done yet. They're too firm. So I'm going to keep cooking these, and then we will add the other ingredients. That looks kind of tasty like it is. I'm not going to add any other ingredients to this, like garlic or whatever. I think you can if you want to. That's going to be entirely up to you. But I just want to get as close as I can to the directions on the box, put my little add-ins in there, and then see how it tastes. I can see why the directions say to stir the pasta occasionally, because the water gets cooked down. So, which that adds to the creaminess. It kind of, this method kind of inspires me to maybe at some point just come up with something that is just pasta, vegetables, water, butter, maybe a few other ingredients. I don't know. Sometimes, you know what? Let yourself be inspired. You can be inspired by others. You can be inspired by yourself. Sometimes I am often inspired by myself. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Sometimes I inspire myself. So that's fine. Be inspired. Find inspiration in so many places. You can find inspiration sitting at a stoplight waiting for it to turn green. I have. You listen to Granny, I know what I'm talking about. Alrighty, I'm going to pour in this sauce powder. I'm going to pour in the milk, 2/3 cup of milk. And of course the milk's cold, it's going to come back up to a boil. I'm going to let that come to a boil, and then I'm going to put in my tuna. Oh heck, I'll just put in the tuna now. I don't know why I would need to wait. This might be a new twist on tuna noodles, I think, maybe. It looks like it might be. And just because I can, and I'm kind of a parsley freak, okay, I'm going to put in a little parsley. But you don't have to. I'm just weird about that, I don't know. All right. Gonna be done pretty soon. Okie doke, it's done. What do you think? It smells really good. Okay, let's dish some of this up. Get you up here. I like to eat my tuna noodles, or in this case, pasta shells with white cheddar sauce, tuna and peas. I am going to eat it with bread and butter because I like to eat my tuna noodles with bread and butter. How do you like to eat your tuna noodles? That's how I like to eat mine. Now, according to the instructions, after this it gets all saucy, then you're supposed to let it sit for about 5 minutes and it thickens all up and your meal is ready. Okay, so shall we give this a taste? I think that we should give it a taste. It's hot. It's really hot. Now the serving sizes they say for this is 1 cup, so you do your thing and do whatever you think as far as your serving size goes. That's pretty good. It's cheesy. It's creamy. I like the peas because, like I said, peas go well. To me, peas and tuna go together. And I like having a peas and a tuna casserole as well. Well, It's pretty tasty, as is this. You know, you can say what you want to, but a good old piece of store-bought white bread with butter on it, I don't care. It tastes good. All right. There's our meal. 76 cents a serving if you feed 3 people. Okay? Listen, I love you guys. You know I do. If I can do it, you can do it. I hope this helps you and gives you a little bit of a suggestion as to what you can do. But you know what? Make it your own. And you don't have to use this brand. Honestly, use whatever you like, whatever you prefer. That's fine. But I think you'll end up with a nice, inexpensive meal for yourself. Okay? I love you. And as always, little is much when God is in it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, because somebody else out there might want to know how to do this. And you'll be doing them a favor. All right? Okay. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.